Hello, welcome to your mat, and a few opening poses to do in the morning or anytime the tension starts to build during your day. Just a short, beautiful series to free up some key spots that hold tension all day. So coming first into child's pose, just to take a couple of breaths, to get rooted, to get centered, even if it's 2 breaths, even if it's 1 breath, it's all you can allow yourself at that moment. Bring in the hips and heels together. Bring the elbows down, lengthen the spine. Maybe your head comes to 2 fists to begin with. And we inhale. And then we exhale and just let the hips settle back on the mat. Perhaps our hands come clasped. Perhaps our forehead reaches the mat. Breathing into the count of 4, big breaths. And exhaling to the count of 4. Just to get centered, find your focus right here on the mat for these few precious minutes. You're going to come into a little cat-cow, so you're taking your hands nice and flat. Knees under hips, press the middle finger into the mat, and then arch the back a little bit, lifting the chin away from the sternum and the sternum away from the belly button. This is your inhale. And then exhale, nice and long and slow, around the belly button up to the spine. Inhale. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Really feel the breath moving in the body, bringing it to life. Focusing on the inhale and then following the exhale all the way out. 1 more. Biggest breath of the day so far. And exhale. Coming up to your knees. You can fold the mat if you need to. Put a little blanket there. Just coming up into what we call proposal pose. So staying nice and tall, rooting that left knee into the mat. Just reaching the sternum and belly button straight up to the sky as you push that knee down and feel the lovely opening in that front hip. Just 2 breaths. And then as we press our front foot into the mat, just reach up, open the front body, gaze up, and push the hips forward just gently, expanding the whole front body. Shoulders gently relaxed, front foot is pressing. And then we drop those hands down to the mat. Tuck the chin for a breath here and allow the hips to shift forward. Melting forward, melting the hips down to the mat. 1 more. And as we exhale, bring those toes to the sky and allow the left right hip crease to come back and get tall over that leg. Fingertips, blocks, breathe. Hips nice and squared. Inhale. Exhale. Focus on the exhalation and the tension just dropping and melting off the mat. Focusing enough so that it's happening in your mind as well, because we're keeping with the breath. Press that right knee in. Front foot is rooted. Reaching those hands up. Letting the shoulders become relaxed. Extending the front body to the beautiful sky or the ceiling, wherever you may be practicing. Upward energy. And then we're going to exhale those fingertips down to 2 blocks, or just your tips or your fists floating forward. 2 or 3 breaths here. Inhaling. Front foot is nice and flat, big toes touching the mat. 1 more. Nice strong arms. Find that exhale, floating your hips forward and down towards the mat. And coming back with toes to the ceiling, root that heel out, get tall, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, just float over that leg, keeping the hips squared, rooting the heel, lifting the toes. 1 more. What a great thing to do for yourself when you feel the tension building up in your body throughout the day, and especially the mornings. Coming back to center. Stepping back into that child's pose and observing where your body is. Perhaps you feel a little freer in the hips. Bringing those palms out, perhaps a little more gently. Inhale. One more. If time allows you, another 6 minutes. We're going to come back up to our knees. Taking the long side of the mat. And your right foot out parallel with that left knee. Keeping the front of the body squared forward and toe heeling a bend into that knee and foot. Taking that right forearm right on that thigh. Keeping the chest centered forward, hips centered forward, and reach. So we're expanding the fingertips and just rooting down that left knee. Inhale. Exhale, stretching perhaps your right knee a little straight forward in the right direction. One more. Arcing over and coming back to straightening that foot, toes facing forward, lifting the inner arch, and one more stretch up. Feel the distance, hip to fingertips. And on the next exhale, we drop that hand right below our shoulder joint, stacking that, reach the right arm up and over, lifting the inner arch, root down the outside edge of that back heel and expand the whole side body. Feel the freedom beginning. And then using that hand to push you back up to your knees to make it even with the other side. Again, front body facing forward. Toe heel out, keeping that knee back towards the pinky side of the foot, keeping the right hip forward. Left palm and expand. Shoulder comes up, release the shoulder down and reach the fingertips while that's happening. Equal and opposite directions. Inhale. Exhale. One more, expanding the body towards the left. Nice strong foot. Back up to center. Taking that leg straight, lifting the inner arch. Gentle hand here. Expand up and over. Relaxing the shoulder. Inhale, lift that inner arch just a little bit more. And then we exhale that right hand right underneath that shoulder. Lift the left arm up and over and extend. Lift the inner arch with the foot on the mat. Feel the length in the body. Keep the neck long and supported with length. And pushing into that kickstand hand back up to center. We'll revisit child's pose before we begin or resume our day. Getting the hips on the heels. Getting the elbows down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release down to the mat. Maybe you're still on two fists. Always place your head onto something. And for at least 3 breaths, stay here and notice the freedom you brought to your body and your spirit. And when you're ready to come back to the day, tuck your chin gently, use your forearms to reverse your child's pose. Perhaps bringing the knees together and hands to heart center. For one more beautiful centered breath. Maybe you say a little mantra, a little blessing to yourself about the day ahead, or the day that's happening, or whenever you choose to get on the mat. The freedom is available for you. It can be just on the floor, at work, wherever you are, yoga is there. The highest in me honors the highest in you.